Yes, indeed, that's blue sky over Denver, Colorado. It's a very nice day with the temperature headed toward the middle 50s for this matchup between New Jersey and Denver. This is the only time this season the Generals and the Gold will play. On the other hand is the kick returner at 205 pounds out of Oklahoma. Has done a good job for Chuck Fairbanks Ball Club. It's sort of a homecoming for Chuck Fairbanks. Remember, he was over at the University of Colorado before he took the New Jersey job. The ball goes to the 1-yard line for Thomas Lott. Lott finds a little room in the middle after slipping, and he brings it out across the 20 to about the 23. Here's your offensive alignment now for the New Jersey Generals as they open with Bobby Scott at quarterback. Bobby had a calf muscle problem the last time we saw him, but he's shaking it off. Walker and Carthen are the setbacks. They run out of the eye a lot with Brodsky, McConaughey, the wide people, and Victor Hicks is the tight end. So the New Jersey Generals are going to start it from about the 23 with Mike Freedy and Larry Brodsky and Tom McConaughey. 3 wide people in to start the ball game, and that's Freedy in motion, and Scott's going to put it up on the first play. And the pass is incomplete, intended for Tom McConaughey, the wide receiver out of Central Arkansas. The offensive front for New Jersey lines up this way. They have Murtha at 260, Jewell at 255, Ken Hull, the center, at 255, Wayne Harris at 270, Todd Thomas at 260. Thomas is the starting right side tackle. Brian Millard, who had held that job, tore up a knee, and he is gone for the season, though he did not have to have surgery. It is 2nd down and 10 from just inside the 23. This time it is Brodsky in motion. So apparently New Jersey is going to throw on the first series. Victor Hicks, the tight end, comes across to the 32, and he is close to a first down. He may be a half a yard short as Greg Gherkin, linebacker, makes the tackle. A little switch now in the Denver defense this weekend. Instead of the 3-4, they have peeled it off to go to a 4-3. And with a linebacker up on the outside to make it sometimes a 5-2 with Turner, Short, Atiyeh, and Faremba. Linebackers being Gherkin, Putschot, the leading tackler, and Kyle Whittingham. The secondary for Denver, Miller, Dumars, Tyler, and Martin. Dumars is the second leading tackler on the team. Putschot is the top tackler. And it is now 3rd down and a yard. This time they go to Herschel Walker. Walker running on the dirt, gets it up to the 35 as he cut it back, and he gets the first down. Andy Faremba, a 245-pound linebacker, originally playing defensive end today out of Colorado State, made the stop.
Keith, in that first series, they came out throwing the ball, just trying to take advantage of what that defense was giving them, trying to get the defense a little bit off guard. I think when they came up and they saw the 4th down lineman, they said, well, let's wait just a minute here. They're looking for the run. Let's give them a little bit of pass. If we can get them loosened up, our running game will work that much better.
Freedy and McConaughey are the wide receivers now out of the I formation with Walker deep, and Herschel's got the ball going to his left, and he's clobbered behind the line of scrimmage. Herschel is not a particularly effective runner to his left. The offensive line did not get off very well that time either on the left side. But they're playing somewhere between first and second base on the dirt.
That's right. Whittingham and Gherkin made the tackle there, and he comes out to his left. And we know that earlier, Herschel Walker doesn't run much to his left. And talking with Red Miller, he said the ratio is about 70-30, that he runs 70% of the time to the right. Of course, the last time we did a game with the New Jersey Generals, he only ran 1 time to the left out of 28 carries.
Loss of a yard, 2nd down, 11 from the 34. Bobby Scott on a roll, goes to the short man, that's Brodsky, and he missed him. Coming across defending was Nathan Miller, a rookie out of Cameron.
As we watch Scott run back to the huddle and Larry Brodsky, it's his defensive line that is going to be the key for Denver if they're going to win this ball game. They do have to contain Herschel Walker. Herschel Walker gives them a consistent ground game. And if they can stop that, well, then they're going to force them to the air where they've got a better chance of stopping the New Jersey offense.
Got a nickel defense in there now as a 5th defensive back goes in. Ricky Haar goes in for Denver. And on 3rd down and 11, Scott on a straight drop goes over the middle for Victor Hicks, and Hicks can't hang on. And Victor is high-load and hurt. Boy, they really nailed him.
Number 17, Ricky Haar, the substitute back, came in, made a tackle, and Ricky Haar, he needs a little help getting off the field, too.
You don't know where he is. Victor Hicks is a big man, 6'3", 255. Ricky Har weighs at 190, and they had a heck of a collision.
Well, he's coming across the middle of the field, just looking for that opening in the zone defense. You can see number 50 is trailing him, trying to stop the pass from underneath, but the pass gets in, and he just can't hang on to it. Right there, he's taken out about the knee level. Now, some people will say, why would a defensive back come up there? He has a clear shot and take him so low. Well, just what you pointed out, Keith, the difference in size. Difference in size. This small defensive back does not want to take on a big, strong tight end up high where he can get hurt. He can still get hurt taking him on low as he did here, but right there, low hit, he doesn't have to grab him, he just chops him down.
Lance Olander will do the punting. Now, Victor Hicks, who has been hit around the knees, well, 2 weeks ago we saw him get hurt a couple of times. There's he's come off the field and going to get a breath of oxygen, and the oxygen tank is a very handy tool a mile high. So Victor Hicks now is being carried off the field, and he may have quite a serious knee injury, and that is a big loss for New Jersey. Lance Olander, 9 punts all last week, averaging 32 yards, and he's standing back on the grass with David Martin and Ken Brown, 13 and 83. The deep people. Penalty flag sails into the air, and Denver's got the ball. Good field position up at the 41. Let's see about the penalty flag. David Martin returning it. He's out of Villanova. Had a tryout with an NFL team, but didn't make it. Now he's found a place to play. Procedure call against New Jersey. I would think Denver would decline it because they've got the ball in good field position. That was a 34-yard punt by Olander.
We have an illegal formation on a kicking team. Refused, first down.
Wonder where Tommy's from. Well, they put the ball down now right on the 40. In the first quarter of play, we have no score on Alfie, and Bob Nozolik is the tight end. Nozolik sees the ball quite often. Vic James is the leading pass receiver for Denver. And they come up double wide with split backs. And it goes to Canada. And he's got some help around the corner. Convoyed for 9 yards. The offensive front did a good job for him. They opened with Steve Rogers, 265. Glenn Hyde, 250. Tom Davis, 245. Ron Hassauer, 270. Doug Hoppett, 260. And that tight end, Nozolik, a big target, 6'5", 235. So it is second down at about a yard. Well, it's really closer to 2 yards.
We will also
Just over the 48 of Denver, so give Canada 8 yards on that carry. This time they go to Sidney, and the ball may have squirted loose as he crosses midfield and gets the first down. Looks like the linesman marked it. Denver will keep the ball.
Larry Canada and Harry Sidney work very well together. Canada's not a real big fullback, but he's got good strength for the 190 pounds he carries.
Defensively for New Jersey, 3 and 4, 3 down linemen, Lunsford, Woodland, Lockett. The 4 linebackers, McKibben, Joyce, Clemens, Weddington. Secondary, Noel, Johnson, Moody, and Williams. And Keith Moody is the supervisor back there in that secondary. He's the boss. First down for the goal. The ball is on the New Jersey 48. Ball goes to Sidney. Big hole over the left side. Gets it to the 43. Where number 47, John Joyce, an inside linebacker from Colgate, brings him down. Joyce doesn't get him. Harry might have broken a big one.
Yeah, but the rookie came on and got him good. That was a pretty good tackle he put in on him. Nice little slashing play off tackle, and John Joyce just came over from his inside linebacker position and got the good tackle.
Lee is out. Ken Brown is in now. Number 83 at a wide receiver spot for the Denver Gold. Harry Sidney has now gone past 500 yards for the season. Picked up 10 and 2 carries today to give him 501. Vic James comes in motion, and Ken Johnson gives it back to Sidney. And Sidney to the 40. Picked up about 3. They might mark him just inside the 40. Now let's check in with Tim Brandt for the word on the tight end for New Jersey, Victor Hicks.
Keith, as you know, he twisted the knee when he was hit on that third down play. He just tried to walk on it, and he was not very successful. They're going to pack it in ice. They don't know if he'll be back in. They don't know the extent of the injury, but he says it hurts on the inside and outside, both ligaments, and they are very sore right now.
He took a lick. Larry Canada and Bo Matthews check into the backfield, so get 2 elephants in there to go with Harry Sidney. Bo Matthews at 225, good blocker, 3rd down and short. The 2 fullbacks pound into the middle ahead of Harry Sidney, and Sidney is close to the 1st down.
Oh, in that situation, you only need 1 yard. You don't need to look pretty. It's not necessary to try and get fancy. You get all your men up front. You get them to wedge in on one spot. You send those 2 fullbacks up there and help nudge them back a couple of more inches, and Harry Sidney can fall right in for the 1 yard.
There is a relationship between these 2 coaches. Chuck Fairbanks hired Red Miller as his offensive line coach and then made him offensive coordinator when he went to New England, and then the job opened here in Denver. Red got it. They've remained very close friends over the years. Pitch out goes to Sidney. He's got a man in front, and he turns it well to about the 30. Number 74, Steve Rogers, a big tackle that swung out and was in front, and the pursuit was able to get Sidney from behind. But Rogers at 6'4", 265 out of BYU was really thumping folks downfield.
He was out there very, very quick, but the problem was he got out there too fast.
Yeah,
he was out there with no one to block, and the man he wanted to block was behind him making a tackle. Now watch. He gets right there. Number 72 is out there, and he's got no one to block. He's got no one to block at all. That was Doug Hopkins.
2nd down and about 4 from the New Jersey 30. Staying on the ground with it. Slips and slides his way through there, and he's got a 1st down.
That little bit of running right there shows why he is 5.8 yards per carry. The tackle was made by Rod Schultz, but he came through that line, not a lot of room, and he just picked his way downfield. Very quick, keeping his feet on the ground so he can make the move he wants to make, and he picks up the yards for the 1st down. Keith, both these teams, I'm surprised in this opening drive, have really gone away from what I think has been their trademark. New Jersey was throwing the ball initially, while Denver usually mixes it up, has stayed close to the ground, has stayed all in the ground.
Sidney again, he's carried it 7 times. And they've got the ball down inside the 21 of New Jersey. So as long as they're going to find 4 or 5 yards at a clip up the middle, knowing Red Miller, he'll stay with it.
He certainly will. Chuck Fairbanks has that defensive line, those linebackers playing much more aggressively, I think, now than they have in the past. But Red Miller knows everything that Coach Fairbanks likes to do. Matter of fact, Red Miller knows because he taught him half the things as the offensive coordinator.
Second down and 6. Sidney again over the right side. Spins as a tackler gets hold of him, and he is close to another 1st down. They mark him just short of this one. So Sidney has carried the ball 8 successive times.
Well, if this keeps up, we're going to find out what kind of endurance he has, and we have to take into consideration the endurance and the conditioning in this ball game because of the altitude. I've played here several times, and I've run down this field all day long, and in the 2nd quarter, I've been tired because of the altitude.
It's 3rd down and a short yard, and again, they've got the 2 fullbacks in there now. And this time, the quarterback, Ken Johnson, bangs it up the field and gets the 1st down. He went over the right side behind Hassauer and the center, Tom Davis. And now Denver has the football, 1st down inside the New Jersey 13.
Ken Johnson just got behind that big block and went over. You know, Ken Johnson is not afraid to run the ball. He ran that quarterback option twice in the game against Chicago in the snowstorm. 2 key plays, one getting 8 yards when he eventually did pitch it out, and the other for the touchdown.
They go double wide left side, 1st down, New Jersey 13. Sidney looking for some help, can't find it, and he's down about the line of scrimmage. Mike McKibben, an outside linebacker from Kent State, read the play well, penetrated, and brought him down.
That was the first time that Harry Sidney has been stopped without a gain on the play.
They have lost the length of the football, so it's a little more than 10 now on 2nd down outside the 13 of New Jersey. The Denver goal wear the black shirts. Johnson will put it up for the 1st time. he won't. They throw him out of bounds at about the 10, close to the 10. John Joyce chasing him, and Joyce has good speed.
He has good speed. They ran a nice little play-action pass that held that defensive line, so gave him some time. But when he was scrambling, when Johnson was scrambling, he had number 81, Vic James, all alone in the corner of the end zone. But because of the pressure, I guess he just didn't get his head up, couldn't see him.
Ball is just short of the 10. It is 3rd down. It's close to 8 yards for the first down. They send James to the top of the picture. Johnson rolls it that way and throws it back across the field to Canada. Canada's got a little help. He's down to the 5, down to the 2 before they get him. Good running and a courageous play by Johnson because Rod Schultz was on a full blitz and he really planted the Denver quarterback.
Rod Schultz was coming from the outside, but when you run a screen, you want the pressure. You want to disguise that screen and get the people away from the man who's going to receive the ball. And Rod Schultz, you see him right there in the middle of the picture. He's coming in, everything open, knocks Johnson flat back, but Canada gets a play, breaks one tackle there. Now he gets a blocking downfield. Right there, he uses his power just to get over for the first down. So it's first and goal to go.
First and goal from near the 2. Sidney, maybe a yard, maybe half a yard. The Jersey defense rose up that time. The linebackers stepped in to fill the gaps, and they held it. 2nd down and goal. 3.5 minutes to go in the first quarter. Matthews comes off now.
2nd down. Goal to go. Ball at the 2-yard line.
Canada and Sidney are your split backs. Canada. Larry Canada. Close to the goal line, but a fine defensive play by Keith Moody with help from Maurice Clemens.
It was a great defensive play. Glenn Hyde, number 65, got out in front and gave him a little room. Gave him a good block here, but just wasn't quite enough. Right there, you see Williams playing off of Harry Sidney's block. The rest of the boys came in as he contained it, stopped him just short of the goal line. These are the toughest yards to get on a running play. Everyone's expecting a run. You got all the big horses lined up in front, looking for any break, looking for that ball to be carried across, and he gets tackled.
Bo Matthews is back in there on a wing position now. Figures he'll go to the right side, but didn't give it to Sidney, and he goes that way and sticks his head in the crowd and scores a touchdown.
That's the kind of drive that will make any coach happy. A team that comes out that relies on more of a balanced attack now establishes a strong running game against that defense, which will allow this offense to open up eventually later on in this ball game or even on the next drive.
Look how much time they ate up on the clock. You've got 2:13 to go, and the Denver possession running 16 plays for the touchdown. They used 10 minutes and 12 seconds.
Ball control.
Spielman for the extra point try. It's good.
Extra point Smith by
Gets it out of Jeff Knapple's hole, and so the Denver Gold takes the lead at 7-0. Another look at the touchdown. He just barely got his head in there.
He barely got in, but look at the defensive line. They're all standing up. He doesn't get in because of power. He gets in because of smart running and lowering his head to get underneath those tacklers.
Kickoff, they scored on this memorable play. John Williams takes a handoff, hits very hard, fumbles. The ball slithers around like a well-oiled ball bearing, and finally comes to rest in the end zone in the clutch of Don Eccles, the tight end from Oklahoma State, and Michigan goes up 7-0 over Boston in the first period. Now back to Keith Jackson.
number 3, Brian Spielman.
Back here in Denver, 15 of the 16 plays in that march by the Gold, running plays. They converted 4 times on, and we've had a little shower come across. We probably will have some showers through the afternoon. come down off the Rockies in a hurry. It's a high hanging kick, goes to Lott at the 2. Thomas looks for his wedge, finds a hole up the middle, gets it out to the 25. Where New Jersey now will go to work. 2 minutes and 4 seconds to play in the first quarter. New Jersey will have its second possession and try to move the ball against the Denver defense. He will do with its offensive plans, whether or not they'll go back to the basic running game with Walker. In their first series, they started out throwing the ball. Denver leads 7-0 here in the first quarter, and Walker's got it going to his left. Isn't going very far. Greg Gherkin, David Martin.
The defense did a good job right there containing Herschel running to his left. One thing to note about that defensive line, they are offset. That means they're set a little bit further down the line to one side or the other. That time they were offset, favoring Herschel's right side where he has a tendency to run. Then he went back to the left, but the defense was prepared for it. The tacklers got over there and he stopped him for a loss of about 3.
Second down. They'll put it up on second down. Scott goes short over the middle with it. And the gain is out to the 30 with Walker looping out of the backfield to make the pass reception. So they pick up about 7 yards on that play, and they'll be looking now at third down and about 5. And here's Tim Brent.
He's up with Harry Sidney, 11 carries, 40 yards. He's also on the kickoff team, and the altitude has to be affected.
Oh, yeah, I got a little tired running out on that kickoff team, that's for sure. Just if it was a warm day, it wouldn't be so bad because I get to sweating up and everything, but it's kind of cool and muggy, and just the air is killing me.
Game plan was to run the ball today?
It was run the ball, keep our offense on the field, keep Herschel's team off the field.
Okay, Keith.
Third down and 5. Walker goes in motion. Comes out on the flat as a receiver. Over the middle, the pass goes to Sam Bowers. Bowers had it, and it came loose, and New Jersey keeps it.
Herschel picked up that fumble. He was on the outside, drawing a little coverage to the outside, creating a little hole, got back in there and saved the ball. Watch this play. Just nothing fancy, just down and breaking to the outside. He's got a linebacker covering. Does a good job right here, but watch this pop right there. Just knocks it loose, number 21, David DeMars. And there's the scramble for the ball.
Big Fordham Ram, Sam Bowers, and New Jersey has a first down as Herschel recovers the fumble and adjusts across the 40.
It was funny, Harry Sidney referred to New Jersey as Herschel's team.
Yes, he did.
Oh, well, there's a writer in Los Angeles who calls it the Herschel Walker Football League, too. First quarter's over. Said leap out at you, the -1 yard rushing for New Jersey and the time of possession for Denver.
Yes, Denver reminds me more and more of the Pittsburgh Steelers, not just in their colors. A great ball control drive, the defense playing well, containing a great running back, and if they continue to do it, no telling what the score could do.
Walker going to his right. And muscles it up for 5. And he did much of that on his own as David Dumars comes up to make the hit on him with help from Kyle Whittingham.
I believe there was a penalty also thrown on the sideline, Keith, and by the reaction of the Denver defense, it's going to be against them.
Yeah, big one. Personal foul.
Well, anytime you've got a goal to stop a running back that's as gifted as a Herschel Walker, and you know to stop him, you have to gang tackle him. Sometimes you get a little bit overzealous, and you get in a little late, and maybe sometimes he's just out of bounds. So you've got to watch that aggressive play. You've got to check it just a bit.
Ball is moved all the way now to the Denver 40, where it is a first down for New Jersey. Just starting the second quarter of play. Keith Jackson along with Lynn Swan and Tim Brandt here on ABC Sports as Bobby Scott goes back to throw on first down, throws the short zone to Walker. Walker's got a first down, and here's another penalty flag. Might be on David Martin.
I don't know who that's going to be on. I saw number 33, Maurice Carthen, getting downfield, trying to get a block for Herschel, and I don't know if that had anything to do with it.
That's a clip.
And it's a clip.
So they'll back him up the other way.
That's a good little play to fake the ball to Herschel, get some of the defensive lines standing there, not looking for the pass, looking to make the tackle, and then once they react to it, you send them downfield, have them just stop about 5 or 6 yards downfield in a little short hook, give it to them, and then let them run.
Harry Sidney had a comment a couple of days ago that I thought It's one of the things that I'm constantly pondering over is how many times can you carry the ball?
Well, personal foul, flipping, number 33.
Yes, Carthen. But Herschel is carrying the ball, handling the ball, around the ball a lot. And it was Sidney's opinion that he couldn't do it himself because he felt 20 carries is about his maximum because you just simply wear out. Your legs get heavy and tired.
Well, you do wear out. That's what you watch Herschel. You see Kaufman comes down. Right there, he gets a clip.
Yep.
Now, that's somewhat of a questionable call there. When he hit that man, it looked like he was straight up on him. But the official was right there, so I will think he might have had somewhat of a better view at that time.
David Dumars was the man clipped.
But you're right. You carry the ball that many times. You take that many hits when you're faking the ball or when you catch it, when you're on the short passes, and it takes its toll. I think one of the examples, if you look at Earl Campbell down in Houston, when he ran the ball, he took a beating. He would never go down. He always fought for every inch. And in the last couple of years, now you see Campbell trying to avoid some of that contact, and he's taken quite a bit. How long can he last?
Yeah. Slows you down. Ball is backed up to the 44, where it's first down and 15, approximately. Scott's got it, wants to throw it, does, got a man wide open. It's Bowers, the tight end, and Sam's got a first down for New Jersey as he reaches the Denver 24. Maurice Tyler made the play on him. Tyler at 5'11", 190, a bit of a mismatch against Bowers at 6'4", 240.
Oh, that's a nice little route by Sam Bowers. He's just coming across the field on the cross route deep. This whole play was set up by the play action. The entire defense was just standing around watching because they thought it was going to be a run, and he just got into the zone. Bobby Scott had enough time to find him, to wait for him to open up. It was a nice, easy pass and an easy catch.
And a first down at the Denver 24. Goal leads the Generals by a score of 7-0 as Herschel Walker skips through the middle and finds another 5, 6, maybe 7 yards.
He did that. Half of that was on one leg as he came through. A tackler went low, didn't grab him. He just stepped right over George Atiyah and hopped for another 5 or 6 yards.
Give him 7. Make it second down and a short 3.
If I took one of Herschel's legs, divided in two, used them for hamstrings, I may not have been injured so long.
You're right. He's a big one. Got it again. Penalty flag thrown in the stack as Walker gets a first down for New Jersey, right near the pitching mound. David Martin again coming up on the hit. Denver people indicating it's a hold against New Jersey, and so does the referee, Tommy Miller. So New Jersey makes another mistake.
Left end, number 99, Calvin Turner, was down there clapping his hands. Knows that every advantage they can get, they will need against Herschel Walker, against this New Jersey team.
Well, they had a chance to beat Chicago in Chicago. Fumbled the ball away inside the 5.
Holding offense, number 58, second down.
Center, Kent Hull.
This holding penalty goes to substantiate what we've said before about this New Jersey team. Once they get the ball down to the 20-yard line, they have problems. They begin to turn the ball over. They get the penalties, all the things that cost them points on the scoreboard.
Backs them up 10, make it second down 11. Ball is back near the 25. 3 wide people. Scott goes to the pass, drills it. Pass is caught inside the 10. McConaughey down at the 9.
McConaughey clearly has the best hands in this team. Wasn't used a great deal in about games 3, 4, and 5, but now he's back in the starting lineup. Nice little route on the outside hooks. He almost goes too far inside, but he adjusts, gets back to the outside, and they've got a first down.
Coming up at halftime on our USFL report, halfway look at the USFL, some outside comments and opinions, and what's happened to this point. That's Bowers in motion. Ball goes to Walker. He's got a little room on the left side. Gets tangled up in traffic. Takes it inside the 5. If he could have bounced outside, he was gone.
That's right. He just ran through the arm tackle of number 59, Kyle Winningham. Everyone knows that just one man on Herschel, when you just reach out and grab one of those legs, is not going to pull him down. And that was a good example of it. He got the ball down to about the 3-yard line. Now watch Herschel just run through this tackle. He gets the ball straight up the middle. You see the line blocking develop. You see the hole there. Number 7, he's out in front. Right there, he's grabbed. Just steps right out of it. And then there's the rest of the defense, gang tackle. The only way you can stop a running back like Herschel Walker is to gang tackle.
Second down and goal from the 3. Out of the eye. Ran out of time. Ran out of time. Can you believe it?
Mistakes, Keith. You see that look on Chuck Fairbanks' face. He knows that those are the kind of mistakes that cost you the game, that cost you
Delay of
points.
game, number 10, White. Second down.
Automatically goes on the quarterback. Penalties now. New Jersey flagged 3 times for 30 yards and Denver once for 15.
With the penalty.
Chuck's got to get those plays called a little bit sooner in there, and Bobby's got to get them out of the huddle faster.
Gene Bradley, incidentally, is suited up as the backup quarterback today, number 12 out of Arkansas State instead of Dave Boister. Dwight Sullivan comes in now, replacing Maurice Carthen. Sullivan is in for the first time today, and Scott rolls it left. He's in trouble. Gets it off, throws it in the general direction of Herschel Walker, and it is incomplete.
Oh, Bobby. He is lucky there. He had a rush on, and he had people coming from all over the place. Looked like he was boxed in right here as he tries to roll out to his left. Gets a little outside containment pressure there. Now he reverses field. A slip right there prevents him from being sacked.
You got a penalty.
Right there. A little pump fake.
Number 77 reported ineligible. The play is legal.
Number 77 reported illegal. Must have been lined up as a tight end.
Yeah, it was.
And did not report to the official. Whenever a player, an offensive lineman who is not wearing the proper number of a receiver or running back, when he lines up as a receiver, he has to report to the official so that he is not called downfield just because he has the wrong number for being an ineligible receiver downfield.
Third down and goal from the 8-yard line as Scott goes back to throw. He's got Walker. He goes to the corner. It's beyond the end line. Incomplete. So the receiver, Mike Friede, was beyond the restraining line in the back of the end zone, and Scott selecting Friede as his target. He had Walker coming across.
He had them both coming across, and he chose Mike and slipped it inside in between some of the coverage on the outside, and unfortunately Mike Friede had angled just a little bit too far in back of the end zone, and he was out of bounds.
25-yard field goal try now by Dave Jacobs. Blocked. Number 50, Craig Perkins, who's having a big day, blocks it.
Gherkin told me yesterday at practice to keep an eye on him because he thought he was going to get in and block one. He felt there was a weakness somewhere. He wouldn't tell me where. Right there, we see it. He gets in clean, and he's got help. And so they blocked that field goal, which has to be a big blow now to the New Jersey Generals. So
20. And you'll have in the backfield Terry Miller making his first appearance. He's an NFL veteran of 4 years, along with Bo Matthews. Miller out of Oklahoma State. Quick, right at Buffalo. He's got it. Oh, what a good block. What a good block from number 6 to 7, Hassauer. And Miller, who is a scooter, comes up the field.
That's probably one of the best runs Terry Miller's had this year. He got some great blocking, but what he did, he let that blocking develop. He got out there in front. As you can see it, we're going to watch his blocking. Now, he could overrun this, but watch him just wait just a second there. Would-be tackle just falls in front of him, waits for the blocking to develop, then he skirts to the outside. Right there, some good running. Cutting back inside, picking up the first down.
And so the banker has a first down for the Denver Gold. They're playing on the infield dirt now, just beyond the 30. From the 31. Miller again. This time they read him and get him. Eric Johnson from Washington State comes in, read the play perfectly from the strong safety position, and he drops Miller for a loss back inside the 25.
Well, that time it was number 81, Big James, a wide receiver, who was responsible for making that block. He's got to make the block to give him the room to run outside, and the safety just came up and got up to the line of scrimmage with his back turned, so Vic James could not make the block without it being a clip. Then he gets in and makes a tackle for a loss of what looks to be about 6-7 yards.
Yeah, it's about 7. Just inside the 25. Second down and 17 with 10 minutes to go in the first half, and Denver leading New Jersey by a score of 7-0. Ken Johnson delivers it away to Matthews. Matthews out of the backfield, the fullback, gets up to about the original line of scrimmage. They may mark him just a little short of it. Back at the 30, Mike McKibben defending on the play. So they do put it at the 30. And it'll be third down now and about 12.
Bo Matthews, a big back out of Colorado, played for the San Diego Chargers. I had the pleasure of playing with Bo in the Senior Bowl when we came out of college. And he's got a lot of enthusiasm, loves to play the game. And he's a guy, when he gets into the secondary, he punishes a couple of those smaller defensive backs.
Third and 12. Give it to Matthews, going to run it from a sweep right. And they just simply don't have 12 yards available on that play, as the New Jersey defense was stacked against it anyway, and Steve Hammond got Matthews. So now here comes Steve Gortz to punt. Last week he had 4 punts, and 46-yard average to move up to number 2 in the USFL. Pressure's on him, but he gets it out of there. And he gets a good kick, forcing Thomas Lott to call fair catch back at the 25. A 41-yarder with good hang time. So 9:16 to go now as New Jersey gets to see the football again as Denver.
The quarterback of the Boston team hands off to Tony Davis, who gives it back to Walton, who in turn fires downfield to wide receiver Nolan France. A marvelous catch. He staggers into the end zone. The point after is good. The game is tied at 70. Down in Washington, Birmingham leads Washington now 7-0 in RFK Stadium. And we'll take you back now to your ball game and Keith Jackson.
The Monday night game in the USFL will be Arizona at Oakland. And right now, Denver leading 7-0, trying with that Pacific Division is so close. Trying to get a leg up. A 44-yard flea flicker with Walton throwing to France to tie that game up in Michigan-Boston. All right, here's Bobby Scott back to throw the ball on first down. He's got his man McConaughey. That's a good pass. He had some velocity on it and good timing on it.
He sure did. McConaughey did a good job of getting up in the air. Took a little punishment on the pass. Came down, was hit pretty hard. I think that now New Jersey has decided they're going to have to throw the ball more because that 4-man defensive front has been giving them a problem. They're going to use that play-action pass, faking the ball, trying to buy a little bit more time, letting guys like Tom McConaughey here get open in that secondary. And the secondary of Denver can be exploited. They've given up about 700 more yards, and their offense has been able to get into that passing game.
Gate is up to the 42, 18 yards on the pickup. Scott goes back to the air, and he's got a man again, and the pass is complete to number 85, Mark Slauson. And Slauson is pounded down, and a penalty flag is thrown, and we might have a little bit of a penalty coming up here on Denver for, again, aggressive play. Nathan Miller was the cornerback defending on it, and I think Nate got a little rough on the sideline.
Well, Nate came over. He had a hold of him. He's trying to bring him down. Slauson's a pretty big receiver. He stands 6'3", about 195 pounds, so he's not an easy guy to bring down. He makes a good catch right here, and Miller just wants to hang on, doesn't want him to get any more yards. Let's take a look and just see where he's calling this penalty. Right there, he's still in bounds.
Foul, late hit, number 50, Black, first down.
It's Gherkin.
All right, so he hits Gherkin. Well, Gherkin comes up and hits him when he's still in bounds, trying to give him a little help. I don't know. That might be a little questionable there. You can't take away all the aggressiveness of the defense.
It's a first down at the Denver 25, and Walker on a sweep right cuts it back. And he runs into Lavelle Short, number 92, who's a 260-pounder out of Colorado. And the gain is about 3 yards. That'll make it 4 down to the 21.
He's trying to get out to the right side where he likes to run most, but that time he was able at least to get a gain. Defensive line again doing a great job of pursuing gang tackle.
Bright sun now after that little shower passed by.
Second down, 7 yards to go. Ball at the Denver 22.
Second down, about 7. Short 7. Walker goes out into the flat. They give it to Carthen. Maurice Carthen gets a chance to carry the ball. And Calvin Turner knocks him out of bounds. Number 55, Putt Choate, had come through and took a shot at him, but he couldn't get a hold of it.
Yeah, he dove at his ankles, tried to get him. He didn't think he could catch up to him, and he was about to turn the corner. So he just tried, sacrificed his body a little bit, laid out there, but he came up a couple of inches short.
Ball is marked down at the 14. That's enough for the first down. So a good carry by Carthen. They send Brodsky right and McConaughey left out of the eye. Walker deep. First down at the Denver 14. And the goal stacked in there pretty stiff. They give the ball to Walker, and the linebackers stunning on the play. They were twisting in, and they got themselves burned as Walker had nothing but daylight.
They sure did. He handed the ball off to Walker just to the right side, to the left side of the center, and he just cut back off tackle. Actually just ran into the middle where those linebackers had vacated that area and picked up some good ground.
He got about 8 yards on the carry. It's going to be second down and 2. The ball is at the Denver 6. This is the second time that New Jersey has been down there in the first half knocking on the door. Last time, mistakes did him in. As Walker caught behind the line of scrimmage, but gets back to about the 6. Andy Parimba made a good defensive play, playing at a defensive end position out of the new alignment that they put in for this ball game, the 4-3. Played his college football up the road or down the road at Colorado State. At the Fort Collins, I guess that's up the road. Timeout is called with 6 minutes and 40 seconds to play in the second quarter. And the Denver goal leading New Jersey see 2 yards for a first down and 6 yards for the touchdown. Walker didn't get it. He's down at the 5. Andy Parimba again.
Tripped him up. Walker got the ball trying to go to the outside, got tripped up by Andy Parimba. Then the rest of the team came along and laid poor Herschel to rest just short of the first down.
It is fourth down. They will go. They need a yard for the first down. No field goal try. If he runs right, he runs off the grass and into the dirt on the baseball portion. He's going left, and it's Carthen, and he's got the first down. Maurice Carthen gets the first down. Boy, he's a tough runner.
He is a tough runner, and since they were going to the left, well, give it to someone who doesn't seem to have a problem or who likes to run to the left. Carthen got it, and he got a little bit of blocking up front, but the first down, well, Carthen got that on his own. He just bowled over a couple of people. Now watch, Herschel Walker's leading right there. Herschel gets a good block, knocks the defensive back just to the outside. He's able to get into the play, but not enough to stop Maurice Carthen.
So it's first and goal, New Jersey, at the Denver 2. A general hurt on the play. We've got a time consequence. Here's New Jersey now, first down and goal to go.
First down.
They've got Friede lined up in a tight end position now, with Victor Hicks having been hurt earlier and Bowers shaken up a moment ago. Ball goes to Carthen, and Carthen is in there for a touchdown. I'm looking to see whether or not he had a hold of the ball, because it looked like it might have been a little hot when Maurice got a hold of it, but apparently he had enough of it and finally got control of it and banged it in for the 6.
I was looking to see who Mike Friede was going to block, lining up at tight end. He's probably trying to avoid a little contact.
Well, they just wrote it in behind the wedge for the touchdown. See if he did have a hold of it.
Mike Friede is outside just kind of
Yeah, he had it.
wandering around, and you see right there, he bulls in. He gets over clearly for the touchdown.
That's his second running touchdown of the year. Jacobs in for the extra point try, hooks it up through the uprights, and so we're all even at 7-7 with 5:26 to go in the first half. So the New Jersey Generals finally move the ball without making a lot of mistakes, and they get on the scoreboard. 76 yards in 9 plays. There was a personal foul penalty that figured in the drive against Denver. used 3 minutes and 50 seconds. Dave Jacobs now will kick it off, and you can see that Jacobs was been to Denver before.
Yeah, some of the kickers in this league have been around. They may keep going around.
We've got a deep man now for Denver, Glenn Ford. He's out of Lenoir Rhine in North Carolina. He is a rookie, 6'1", 195, number 22. He's a speedster. Kick, and it's long. Forces Ford back 2 yards in the end zone. He comes out across the 20 to about the 21. He was brought down by Terry Daniels for New Jersey. So Denver owns the football now, and Ken Johnson puts on the hard hat and goes out to call the signals.
Well, with 5:16 to play in the second quarter, this is only their 3rd possession of the afternoon, and I am somewhat surprised that they're able to run the ball so well, to maintain that control and move the ball down the field. Certainly we thought they'd present more of a balanced attack and throw the ball much more, but it's been New Jersey that's been in the air.
It's Terry Miller, the I-back, with Larry Canada up front. Miller's got the ball, takes a look, and then decides that there really isn't a convenient place to run. He sticks his head in there, and James Lockett.
Keith, not to take anything away from Terry Miller, you know, as you watch this replay, I'm wondering why Harry Sidney isn't in the ballgame. He had a great first drive, ran the ball very well. Then in the second drive, Miller came in. I'm wondering if there might not be some problem down there that Harry Sidney isn't in the ballgame.
Well, he said he was huffing and puffing in that first quarter, so maybe Red's trying to save him some. Bo Matthews is in now, replacing Larry Canada. And back goes Ken Johnson to throw. He has plenty of time. Throw short. That's been one of the problems with the Denver passing attack, because Ken Johnson, in passing right at about 50%, is averaging right about 9 yards per completion. So they don't throw it deep a lot.
They don't go for the deep pass very all. They try and throw the ball more to the backside of the backfield. The tight ends coming across to catch a short pass, as we saw there, number 88, Tom Mayer. That's the kind of passing they like to do to balance it out. They try and just pick away at you. They don't really go for the big pass. And so far in this game, Denver has only thrown the ball 3 times.
Nisolik, the tight end, has not seen it. Johnson back again on 3rd down and 6. Trying to set up the screen, and the ball bounces away from Bo Matthews. That's pretty close to being a lateral.
That's right, and Ken Johnson knew that too. He saw the screen deteriorating on that side. He was getting pressure. He saw the defensive lineman playing for the screen. He backed up just far enough so he could throw a forward pass. It would have been a tough catch for Miller. Better that he dropped it, because there were all kinds of red and white jerseys around him, and it would have been a loss of at least 8 yards on the play.
On 4th down, Steve Gortz comes in to punt. Last time, New Jersey went after him and came close, but he got it out of there for 41 yards, forcing a fair catch. Thomas Lott is standing back at the 30. Well, looks like New Jersey's going to go again. You got 10 people up there, and they're going. He throws the ball. It is complete to Ford. It's a first down and a lot more. It may go for 6. It is up. It is Ford. It is touchdown.
Number 22, Glenn Ford. Oh, what a play. Well, it's kind of like father to son. Chuck Fairbanks, who had Red Miller as one of his coaches, offensive coordinator, and the son jumped up and said, "Dad, look what I've learned." 75 yards on the play.
Terry Daniels was the only man that really had a shot at Ford once Glenn got wheeling. Look at this pass, the tight rotation.
It was a nice pass right over the shoulder. Glenn Ford lined up as an up back in the backfield, right next to the center, just ran down the middle of the field. Everyone was on the rush, so there was no one there to cover him. And from then on, it was a foot race into the corner of the end zone for the touchdown.
Nate Miller Was shaken up. Nate Miller threw a big block for Glenn Ford right about the 35-yard line, but he's now coming off the field, so it's Dortz to Ford, 75 yards, and Denver's back on top. I like that.
That was a good play. You know, Denver lost a game to Boston on big plays when the trick plays.
Oh, Philadelphia, that opening game, too, remember?
That's right. So now they're getting a little justice here, a little balance.
Apple will hold. They go for two in the corner. Apple, the quarterback, throws complete to Larry Canada for 2 points, and it's 15-7.
Ooh. You talk about getting burned. 2 trick plays in a row.
Another look at the touchdown.
This is a nice pass. He is just so calm back there. Ford. You know, Ford probably hasn't had many opportunities to get the ball. And when he gets the ball in this open ground, look at that great block there downfield. He's going to take advantage of that opportunity. Look at him just striding out, saying, I've got to get in because this may be my only chance.
Heat don't fail me now, because Terry Daniels was closing on him but couldn't get him. And so Denver goes deep into its playbook and takes a 15-7 lead with 15-7 with a couple of gimmick plays. Punter on 4th down, passing to Glenn Ford. He runs it all the way, and then Napple complete to Canada for the 2-point conversion. And Spielman kicks off. It'll be Lott up at the 7. Thomas Lott comes back across the 25.
Lott does a good job of just picking his way down the field a little bit. For a second there, I thought he was going to the outside, but there was just a little bit too much traffic as he cut inside and picked up another 5 yards.
As you saw just a few moments ago on ABC's Wide World of Sports today, it's Edwin Rosario against Jose Luis Ramirez. That's out of San Juan. I'll tell you, I've done, I guess, 4 of Rosario's fights, and he is a good-looking young boxer. Here is to be tough for him. Here's Bobby Scott on a drop. Has to go short with it. Completes the pass up near the 30 to Maurice Carthen. But there was nothing available deep for him. And right now, here's Tim Brent.
With Harry Sidney right now. Harry, why weren't you in that last series?
I wish I could tell you. You know, I don't know. I think we're just, you know, letting Terry and some of the other backs run. I wish I was in.
Who called that play to Glenn Ford?
Just we saw how they set up the last time when the play. We've been practicing on it because they didn't drop somebody back, and we caught them, and it worked.
Okay, Keith.
Yeah, somebody upstairs, probably one of the assistant coaches, spotted it, called it, Red went with it, it worked. Scott back on 2nd down and 6. Throws to Walker, and Herschel's got a first down as he gets it out to the 36.
One of the things that Chuck Fairbanks said he wanted to find out about Herschel Walker when he first signed with New Jersey Generals is how good a pass receiver is he? He didn't do a lot of it down in Georgia, and he wanted to get Herschel Walker free without having to go through that line, through all the clutter in that secondary. And one of the quickest ways of doing it is sending him out into the secondary. He now has 3 catches for 24 yards.
And a first down at the 36. Again to the air. Scott's pass over the middle. Good to Bowers, who is back in. And Sam is close to a 10-yard pickup on that reception. And Bowers, who was shaken up earlier, is hurt again. So that's probably the lingering effect of the first injury to him. So we've got a timeout taken for him, and let's spend it with Tim Brandt.
Thanks, Keith. That was Glenn Ford who made that spectacular play. Tell me about the play. Where'd it come from?
Well, all week we've been working on this play. It's a special play we put in just for New Jersey. And Coach said that we might try it in the beginning of the game. So we went out there and we tried it. And that got me one-on-one with the deep safety. And I knew he wasn't going to catch me once I gave him that fake. I knew I was gone.
Nice play. Glenn Ford, Harry Sidney, both played for the same high school.
Well, he was huffing and puffing. I don't think not so much from the run, but from the fact that he's been taking all those congratulations on the sideline.
Scott now 11 of 16 for 128 yards. It is 2nd down and 1 for New Jersey. Both tight ends are now hurt and out of the game. So they've got 3 wide receivers in as Scott drops on 2nd and short. He goes over the middle for McConaughey, and he gets him at about the Denver 36 for another New Jersey first down. So they're moving the ball now quite well. When they quit making mistakes, they seem to have good command of the offense.
Well, you said earlier, Keith, when we opened the show, that if New Jersey is going to win this ball game, they've got to get a good game out of Bobby Scott. And being behind now, looking at that 4 to 5 man defensive front, they've gone to the air more, and they have had some success. Now with Sam Bowers out, 2 minutes to go in the ball game, Sam Bowers is now back in the ball game. It's an obvious passing situation anyway, so he can open it up.
First and 10 from the 36. Scott with a lot of time goes over. Oh, a great throw, the catch, the fumble, and Denver got it. The ball came loose on the hit. Maurice Tyler nailed Sam Bowers.
But there's a flag on the play, Keith. I have no idea why it's called, but from the position of it, it could be defensive pass interference.
Good. I see it now, thrown down to about the 15-yard line.
A low mistake there for the first time, and he's calling it against
New Jersey. So it wipes out
New Jersey
and the recovery by Denver.
We have number 77 holding on the white, number 53 holding on the black. Replay the down.
Oh, boy. Oh, my goodness, my goodness. Number 73 and number 50, and the flag is thrown at the 15-yard line. Oh.
1 minute and 30 seconds to play in the first half. Ball is sitting at the 36 of Denver. First down, New Jersey. Denver leading 15-7, and Scott will put it up. Has plenty of time. He's got anybody to throw to. And finally, Laval Short fights his way through the blocking and sacks Bobby Scott at 30 times this year.
Laval Short from Colorado, who played under Chuck Fairbanks. He was the head coach there. Came in, put the pressure on. Just see it right there. He drops back. He's got pretty good time, good protection right here to get the ball loose, but he's got no open receivers. And right there, Laval Short just comes in. Scott goes down. It's beginning to be a familiar place for him right now.
Ball moves back to the 46. That's a loss of 10 yards on the sack with 1 minute and 25 seconds to go. And here are scores of other games being played today. Look at Birmingham out to a 14-0 halftime lead with Bob Lane in at quarterback now. Bob Lane's a pretty good quarterback. Michigan and Boston with the Breakers out to a 10-7 lead on Mazzetti's field goal from 38 yards, and Mazzetti is having a heck of a season.
He sure is. He kicked 12 in a row before his streak ended, and he is a